Ever tried hiking in the dark and felt lost? Worrying when the next step will slip away? Today we're revealing the best LED headlamps for hiking. Bright, reliable, and built to guide you through night trails safely. Welcome to the channel. Stick around. This guide will help you pick the perfect light. All product links are in the description, so don't forget to check them out. The number 5 product on our list is EverBrite Headlamp. It's wild how a single beam of light can change the entire mood of a night hike, and this headlamp taps into that magic the moment you switch it on, with a clarity that instantly feels reassuring. Most hikers struggle with dim, unreliable lights that flicker when the trail gets rough, but this one steps in with a steady 120 lumen beam that cuts through darkness up to 60 meters, giving you that calm, confident sense of direction every outdoor traveler craves. The 4 lighting modes keep the pace dynamic high when the forest feels intimidating, low for quiet campsite moments, and strobe when visibility and safety matter most, which makes it feel more adaptable than many models in this category. And while some headlamps weigh you down and dig into your forehead, this one stays surprisingly light and comfortable, with a flexible band that sits naturally even during long hikes, a detail that felt genuinely tested for real-world comfort once the miles started adding up. The runtime is another relief point. 10 hours on low means you're not constantly checking the battery like other budget lights, and that sense of reliability is priceless during overnight treks. It's not as feature-heavy as premium rechargeable lamps, but its simplicity is what makes it shine, especially with impact resistance and water protection that hold up when weather shifts unexpectedly. If you want a headlamp that just works without drama, something that feels like a smart companion during night hikes, camping trips, or emergency use, this one delivers steady performance that brings peace of mind. It's ideal for beginners, casual hikers, and anyone who values lightweight gear, while heavy-duty explorers might prefer models with more lumens or rechargeable systems. For most adventurers, though, it's an easy, confidence-building upgrade worth adding to the pack. At number 4 is AlpsWolf Headlamp. It's amazing how one headlamp can completely shift your confidence on a dark trail, and this one does it the moment those dual beams ignite, with a clarity that feels almost cinematic. Many hikers struggle with narrow beams that leave the edges of the path invisible, but here the combo of wide-angle cob floodlight and long-range spotlights creates a field of vision that feels freeing, almost like stepping into a safer version of the night. The motion sensor control adds a touch of modern convenience that genuinely solves a real problem. Adjusting brightness with cold hands or gloves on is usually a nightmare, yet with a simple wave, the light reacts instantly, making every transition smooth. The rechargeable battery feels thoughtfully tuned for real outdoor use, delivering solid hours of light instead of that flimsy, unpredictable performance cheaper lamps fall into, and the dust-proof, water-resistant build adds that quiet reassurance that unpredictable weather won't cut your night short. Compared to simpler headlamps, this one feels more advanced without becoming complicated, and the memory feature, bringing the lamp back to the last brightness used, actually made the experience feel tailored and intuitive. It's slightly bulkier than ultra-minimal models, but the trade-off is worth it for the wider illumination and enhanced control. If you're someone who hikes, camps, runs trails, or simply wants reliable vision for those pre-dawn starts, this light brings a sense of safety and ease that's hard to ignore. It's ideal for adventurers who value range, adaptability, and modern features, while those needing only basic lighting might find it overkill. For anyone wanting a dependable, confidence-boosting upgrade that feels built for real-world comfort, this headlamp earns a spot in the pack without hesitation. The third one on our list is MOLAER Headlamp. It's surprising how a single beam of light can change the entire mood of a night hike, and this one hits you instantly with a wide, panoramic glow that feels almost liberating. Where most hikers struggle with narrow spotlights that force constant head turning, this design opens up your view with a sweeping 230-degree spread that makes every step feel safer and more predictable, a feeling that genuinely matters on uneven trails. The silicone build and feather light frame bring that quiet relief you only notice when a headlamp doesn't bounce, pinch, or distract you, and that's something many cheaper models fail at miserably. Switching between modes feels natural and intuitive, and the motion sensor control steps in as an unexpectedly useful feature, especially when your hands are cold or full of gear. The rechargeable battery solves one of the biggest problems night hikers face, running out of light at the worst moment. And the USB-C port makes topping it off simple and fast. Compared to more traditional spot-only headlamps, this feels like a modern upgrade built for comfort and clarity, though some hikers who prefer long-distance beam throw may still lean towards spotlight-heavy alternatives. The included accessories make the whole setup feel complete rather than bare bones, And for anyone planning long walks, camping nights, or early morning treks, the gentle, even illumination brings a sense of calm and confidence you can't overlook. It's a smart choice for hikers and campers who want lightweight reliability and a wider field of vision, while ultra-minimalists may find it more feature-packed than they need. For those wanting a dependable upgrade that feels tuned for real-world comfort and trail safety, this headlamp earns a solid recommendation with genuine confidence. On number 2 is DanForce Headlamp. It's wild how one moment on a dark trail can remind you just how much you rely on your light source, and this one hits with the kind of intensity that instantly feels reassuring. Most hikers struggle with dim beams or flimsy builds that quit when conditions get rough, but this unit arrives with a punch of brightness that cuts clean through the night and brings that rare feeling of safety you only appreciate when you've been disappointed before. The rugged exterior, the solid weight, the way the beam shifts from wide flood to a tight, zoomed spotlight, it all feels intentionally built for people who take their night hike seriously. 4 lighting modes and a red light give you control instead of compromise, and the 90-degree tilt becomes one of those features you don't realize you needed until you're adjusting it mid-trail with ease. Its weather-ready build solves a massive problem for hikers: moisture, dust, and temperature swings that destroy weaker lights. This one stays steady, and that stability brings a sense of calm when the environment gets unpredictable. The comfort-focused headband is another quiet win, especially compared to bulkier alternatives that dig into your forehead. Though hikers who prefer ultralight, minimalist gear might find it heavier than expected. The upgraded rechargeable battery offers hours of dependable runtime, a relief for anyone who's ever watched their light dim halfway through a climb. The added accessories feel practical instead of decorative, rounding out a setup that's ready for both tactical use and long, demanding hikes. It's a strong pick for hikers, night explorers, and workers who want a blend of power and toughness, while ultralight purists may prefer something sleek. For those wanting reliability that feels built for real-world challenges, this headlamp delivers with confidence. Now, moving to the last one is LHKNL Headlamp. It's surprising how one small piece of gear can completely shift your confidence on a dark trail, and this one does it the moment you fire it up with that crisp, bright beam that feels like clearing fog from your path. So many hikers complain about fiddling with complicated modes or weak lighting when they need clarity the most, and that's exactly the problem this unit solves. With its long press shutoff, intuitive controls, and motion sensor that makes hands-free operation feel natural instead of gimmicky, the upgraded brightness hits with real impact, lighting up trails, tents, and tight spaces without that dull fade cheaper models suffer from. The lightweight build adds that sense of relief every hiker wants, especially when you're trying to shave ounces from your pack, while the 60-degree tilt gives you the freedom to adjust your focus without breaking rhythm. Compared to heavier headlamps like the DanForce, this one feels more agile and better suited for fast-moving hikers or anyone wanting strong illumination without bulk. 8 lighting modes add versatility, though beginners might need a moment to get used to the options. The rechargeable battery is another real-world win, solving the common frustration of dead batteries mid-hike and offering hours of steady output that feels dependable. Waterproofing gives an extra layer of peace of mind for rainy hikes or snowy trails, and the included second unit makes it an unexpectedly good value, whether for backup or sharing with a partner. If you're a night hiker, camper, runner, or someone who wants reliable visibility without weight slowing you down, this pick fits beautifully. If you prefer extremely rugged, heavy-duty builds, you may look elsewhere. But for most outdoor enthusiasts who crave smart usability and dependable brightness, this headlamp earns a confident nod. So guys, this wraps up our video on the best LED headlamp for hiking you can buy right now. I've added all the product links in the description, so make sure to check them out and grab the one that fits your style and game perfectly. If this video helped you in any way, don't forget to hit that like button. It really motivates us to keep bringing you honest, helpful gear guides. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss our upcoming reviews, comparisons, and buying tips. Your support means everything. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.